see who's gonna be first today. Hi, Mark. So Steve has been having quite a bit of fun over in our pond fish section. We have 2 floating aquariums on top of our big koi fish ponds. These guys don't want to go up in it this morning, which is funny because yesterday morning almost all of them were up in the tank. And these guys, the larger ones, have been a little slower to figure it out, but today they're really swimming in there. Magic carp in the background. Yes. I agree, Joel. It is really cool. I want to highlight the pond plants right away this morning. Annabelle has done an amazing job and has been hard at work planting all these pond plants for you. We have blue pickerel. Oh, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Jesse's job is not in trouble. I cannot wait for Jesse to come back. We have white pickerel, pink pickerel, arrow arum, bloody duck. We had that for a bit though. 4-leaf clover. Still stocked on nice hardy lilies. Big iris, dwarf rush, the cardinal, the gamecock iris, and our tropicals are out. And we have our tropical lilies. So your nice annual plants. These really pretty blue ones. Joel, as fun as that would be, that would kind of mix up the different sizes between them. They are technically different size koi in the ponds. Yesterday was an amazing day for pond fish sales. Actually, really the last couple of days. So we were heavily stocked and now it's getting down there again. So come get your fish. Come get them early. We still have some small butterfly koi. We have the assorted elite koi. The shabunkins are empty. More assorted elite koi. These are the medium size though. Standard koi. And I saw honestly one swimming around in here, but I'm kind of wondering if he jumped from that pond into this pond. We are out of the small comets currently, but we do have some really nice medium-sized comets. And then your large chunky comets. And your extra large, really chunky comets, which honestly are also very picked over. Medium standard koi. Hey buddies. And your small standard koi. We do have a good variety of these guys yet. And they are labeled standard because of their body shape, but they're still really pretty. And then we still have this really nice group of large koi. And that is the pond section. Come on, Gimbal. There we go. Hey, look guys, I'm not locked out today. There's the public restroom. And the bubbler, because we're in Wisconsin and that's what we call that thing. We do have a couple of used tanks We have this 95 drilled on an oak stand. We had a trigger crystal sump come in. A couple of 5.5, so 29. A 15 high. That is a unique shaped tank. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. A 150-gallon drilled. For those of you who would like to start your potential saltwater journey, or just have a very nice veggie sump, a veg refugium sump for your freshwater fish. 75 and a 55 with a red background. I can't say I see too many red backgrounds. I'm trying to figure out what fish will even look good on a red background. Black and white fish. I suppose some might even color up more on a red background. We have the Panda Mayan butterfly koi. I actually really like black and white fish. I just love the high contrast, so these are one of my favorite koi fish. And the longfin balloon koi. The Odessa barbs are really coloring up nice. This is a great group of them. The males are showing off like crazy. Still got a good group of strawberry rasporas. My babies are still here. Look at all the little pistogrammas. Still the cockatoides. Waiting for another male to color up in here. There's no way, there's just that one male. They're not all showing extreme yellow, which tells me there's probably a male or two hiding in there. These sailfin tetras are so gorgeous, and they're gonna color up even more. They show off best in the morning. By the end of the day, between all of us walking around and being in their tank and stressing them out, and then them just chasing each other around, they tend to be a little washed out. But in the morning like this, you can see the boys really coloring up, and they'll be even prettier in your tank at home. We have some nice big Siamese algae eaters. Chunky. I love Siamese algae eaters. I have 2 in my planted tank at home. I was dealing with a ton of hair algae, and now there's very minimal hair algae. I can see my Troya wood again. I didn't really remove much of it by hand, if any of it. I just kind of let my 2 algae eaters go to town, and they were the little ones. Good group of pygmy cory cats. So there's some big pygmies in there. Normally we have like itty bitty babies, but those are some nice size ones. The Celestial Pearl Daniels or Galaxy Rasporas. Some of this group is big enough that we could already sex them between males and females. Occasionally they also come in so tiny it's hard. But that's a pretty good sized group there. Still have those nice super red plecos. Oh, and the daisy rice fish. They're so cute. Threadfin rainbows. Pandagaras. Welcome, Dave. Glad you're able to finally join early then. That's fun. We have the dwarf chain loaches. They're a smaller loach variety. They only get like 2 inches. They're not going to be heavy snail eaters. They'll eat some, but think of them more like a coolie loach in your tank. More peaceful, tiny. They'll eat the little snail eggs. a fun loach if you have a smaller tank or a more peaceful tank that you don't want something like maybe a yo-yo loach in. You have the Julie Cory cats, or Julii. Heard it both ways. And Panda Cory cats. They're so cute. Maybe I need to get a couple more of them and add them to my school. So fun. And a good group of orange Venezuelans. I think we've had these for a little while now, but they just keep getting bigger and getting better color on them. Oh, these ruby tetras. I'm actually shocked we still have so many of these guys. This is a great nanofish. For those of you who don't know, you get that bright pop of red, similar to a Chili Raspora, but it's a little bit thicker body, so they stand out a bit more, but they still, oh, come on, Gimple, they still stay less than an inch long. Morning, Eric.
Morning.
And the blueberry tetras. Similar to what's going on with the sailfin tetras, they don't always show their color later on in the day. In the morning coming in like this, when the lights have just come on and it's been peaceful and there's not a whole lot of noise, they are more calm, happy, colored up more. We do our best. We try to take really good care of all our fish in the store, but it's just kind of the nature of a fish store that it's going to be a stressful environment. Your fish get used to you, they recognize you, they see you, they associate you with food, but these guys associate us with coming in their tank, catching their buddies, and they get sometimes hundreds of people passing them every day. It's just a lot going on for those tiny little brains. So they may not always show their super happy, vibrant colors. Hey, Ross. These neon tetras are also big. Steve, I don't think you're on here yet, but you're doing a great job. Get some really nice big schools in. The green neons. I have yet to ever keep green neons, but they're one of my favorites. Black neons, rummy nose. Rummy nose are such tight schoolers, truly like following each other back and forth. Alright, we got our hardy fish section. If you guys want to see anything in particular, please ask. Well, Joel, I've only said hi to one person so far. I don't think Eric wants to be on camera. Plus, he's trying to get all the inventory filled for the busy Saturday. These double red cockatoides, some of them are starting to color up. They're definitely picking on each other. So Steve and I were talking about the aggression in this tank, which tells us there's definitely some males. This one's starting to color up, but his fins are getting nipped. Still like perfectly fine and healthy, but they're trying to figure out amongst each other who's going to be the next dominant male, so who's going to show the peak coloration. This is a little bit older batch than the group that I bred over in the back. These are the Impa tetras, scratched Impa tetras. And they have such cool orangey red fins and like iridescent blue and purple stripes through them. You might have to Google a picture to actually see what they're supposed to look like because this camera is not catching it. Got they might be one of the prettiest tetra species. That's my opinion, but I'm going to stick to it. Still have all the cardinals. Mark, we should have some large angelfish. I'm getting up on some right now, but I think we also had some in the back. Oh, Joel, that's because Ross is watching this video. He's on the chat. He's not actually in store. So we have some large assorted angelfish in here. Looks like some platinums. I think one of these might still be one of the greens. And some nice blacks in here. And then we have the Bulgarian seal points yet. Longfin green tiger barbs. These albino cherry barbs, they are all males. They have insane coloration. It's okay, Joel. There's gold tetras, a bunch of baby platinums, and the Spanish ribbed newts. Look at the newts. Oh, he's yawning. Oh my gosh, that was so cute. Still have some of these plecos sporting their fancy mustaches. Alright, we'll give some love to our big axolotls down here. Let's see, one of them. So the GFP is sold, which is this one with the green eyes. But we still have a nice big albino over here. So for anyone not familiar with axolotls, the adults we can house together. They don't bother each other. The babies we have to separate because the babies tend to eat each other's little feetsies. They start cannibalizing each other. So they get all the little separation jars here. They're timeout tanks. We do have a bunch of babies though. If they do eat each other's feet, as long as they don't cause too much damage, they actually will survive it because they can grow back entire limbs. Still not recommended. We don't like them getting that far, but Charlotte, let me see if they're specifically tagged. I'm not super familiar with them. They're not tagged though for any particular pH. So my guess is yes, it would be fine. You'd have to do a little bit more research on it. But these tags that we make have warnings on them whenever we're worried about a fish going onto Wisconsin well water. We'll say it needs a pH under a certain range or sometimes a certain GH if we're worried about water hardness. There are a couple little ornate polypterus in here. There's another one that's a little bigger guy back there. And we have our reticulated hillstream loaches. It says that there's maybe a gourami and maybe an angelfish in here, but I am not seeing them. So I believe they sold. Okay. We have a large assortment of shrimp. The oranges and reds. Golds. Green jades. Blue jellies. Blue dreams and snowballs. There's just a couple of them. We have these marble batik crabs. Oh, Mark. Let's see. The two Bulgarians are $59.99 each. Fully stocked on mystery snails. If you guys have questions on any saltwater, I can show you specifically. However, tomorrow is going to be the saltwater live stream, so I'm not going to go over in depth here. Just double checking for any of the new guys. We do have some Royal Grammas out. We have a bunch of Firefish out. We have some really cool fairy wrasses. I'm trying to see who's still here. We have a Carpenter's Flasher wrasse. And I know there's more, I just don't think the wrasses are all showing themselves, and I don't remember what tanks they're in. We have this pigtail trigger. She has been showing off, she or he, like crazy. Just peaceful, flamboyant. I love pigtails. They tend to be one of the more peaceful triggerfish. That's not guaranteed. However, this one has not nipped at any of her new tank mates, so I'm not too worried about it. There's this tomato clown over here. We don't get tomato clowns too often. That tomato clown came in with some long tentacle anemones. I don't tend to get these in that often. They're trying to escape their critter container. They have a much stronger sting, which is why we don't get them in that often. But we're only having them for $40. So if you would like a nice clownfish and anemone tank, I'm pretty positive this gal right here, this big female, would love to have all of her anemones back. I just don't want to sting the anemones, or put the anemones here and chance them stinging one of these guys. We still have this little Falco hawk who always comes and says hi to me whenever I touch the glass. I love him. Let's see, porcupine puffer sold. We still have the pair of Clarky clowns. And we have a couple of Tomini tangs left for those of you who want a smaller tang that eats a ton of algae. Can't believe we still have a yellow chorus wrasse left. Great, small, peaceful wrasse that will destroy any pests you have on your corals. Ooh, these clowns are getting spicy with each other. Ross, if you're still watching, we might have to separate these guys later. They just get to an age where they can't tolerate being in their baby school anymore. And if we don't separate them, they will weed themselves down to just a pair. Well, the coral beauty's out. An iconic fish in the saltwater world. Still got the storm clowns. Both the black and the orange. And Joel, just for you, we'll show the clown trigger again. Here he is. Alright, fancy goldfish. Some fancy Ryukins. Still have these baby assorteds. Nice Orandas. Hi, cutie. Ranchus. this odd assortment of a tank. Still cute. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to show you guys. This was not like this when I left yesterday. So look at where the gravel would be in all the tanks. And then I come and there's just this wall. Just this wall breaking up the line of sight. I'm pretty sure it's you. Pretty sure it's the frontosa. And this is exactly why anyone who has African cichlid should not be overly attached to their scape unless they want to go down and smooth out their gravel or their sand every single day, because they will decide what they want their home to look like. They are great interior designers. We may not agree with their interior design, but they really like to decide what their home looks like. Also, why they're not so great with plants, besides the fact that the water that they love is also not great for plants. These Compressiceps are really cool. Someday I'll have my first African cichlid tank. Too many other projects right now, but I really like these guys. I also really like the small Lake Tanganyikans though. I don't know. Guys, there's too many cool fish. It's hard to ever have every single type of fish, every single type of biotope. But that's what makes this hobby fun. You really should never be bored in it. There's always something new. Ooh, there's a black widow frontosa. And Burundis. We got this big guy that's just labeled as an assorted Central American. I don't know, he looks like a big Texas cichlid to me. Okay, Mark, I know you're asking for a bigger angelfish. There are some larger ones in the assorted tank here. These guys are $19.99 each. Mostly a lot of wild type zebras in here. But there's quite a few of them with really good fins. Don't always see all of them having good fins in an assorted tank like this. Yeah, I don't see any of them bent over. Nice. Alright, we're almost done here. A few other things. We have the baby Texas. I know they've been here for a little bit, but I missed them the other day for someone, so I wanted to highlight today. We have some. They are $14.99 each. We have a new group of Jack Dempsey's. Oh, I gotta show you this big tank over here. So we have a bunch of big frontosa, which is not what has me so excited, because I love Severum. Look at this orange shoulder Severum. He is a perfect example. Oh, and then he's coming to say hi, the Festivum. You're great. If I still had my big South American tank, you would totally be in it, in a heartbeat. Yeah. We have some green Avatar angels, $14.99 each. They're more on the smaller side though. Oh, I gotta highlight something. Steve and I fixed this yesterday. So we have the clouded archerfish, and I know I pointed them out before. I love archers. I'm not as familiar with the clouded archers. They had a tag here that said brackish. And then Steve had mentioned how these are the only true freshwater archerfish. And I go, why does it say brackish? They had the wrong big tag on them. That's our bad. But I think that's why they haven't been selling. So tell your friends, we have true freshwater archerfish. There is no salt in this tank except the small amounts we keep in all of our tanks. Just the, 1 tablespoon per 5 gallons. That just helps with their slime coat and keeping down any diseases. But they are not in brackish water. Oh, look at the pea puffers. We have some bigger pea puffers. I don't know, they may have all sold. Those two sold. Oh, here we go. A couple of slightly larger pea puffers. A small baby red devil cichlid in there. An Amazon puffer. We have some pacu. These are red-bellied pacu. So for all of you piranha lovers out there that are going to see these and be like, oh my goodness, you guys have piranha. We do not have piranha, but we have something similar that gets much, much larger. Pacu. Along with, there are 2 spiny zigzag eels hiding in that filter. We confirmed that yesterday. And the Bolivian rams. For those of you who really like rams like I do, but maybe it's your first time keeping them and you're not quite sure about maybe like one of the more sensitive rams, like a German blue ram, these ones are a little bit easier to keep. They're a great intro ram, and both the males and females get that beautiful red color in their fins. Alright, his light is not on, but we'll end the day saying hi to Julius. Yeah, buddy. I love him, but I do not put my finger in his tank. Don't come in and go like this. He can jump out of the water and bite you. He looks all cute and friendly. He's not. I don't know how many times he's drawn blood on Steve, but it is a hazard putting your hands in his tank. But we still love you. You're a perfect boy. He's like, when you're this fabulous, you can get away with biting people. Alright guys, thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you here. Bye everyone.